So how do we do this? How do we do this thing called visualization?
Besides sitting back singing kumbayas
Yeah,
and,
yeah. How do you
and mythical music and stuff.
mythical meditation music? How do you make it a practice?
It, it can be small ways and large ways. I know for me, to start my day off with sitting at my desk early in the morning,
Hmm.
visualizing,
Yeah.
and that's for me. But as a couple, I know date night comes, we usually have a conversation of to whatever degree. Sometimes even if we go watch a movie, we'll have conversations
Uh,
before the movie or
yeah.
after the movie, and
Yeah.
we're very selective about what that movie is and what kind of mood it will put us in. I know I like action movies a lot more than you do, and I'm very aware of how that makes you feel. And so we typically won't do action movies because it's usually some form of violence in there or whatever. But
Unless it's
but it's
Jason
just, that's this
Statham.
Jason Statham in there,
Yeah. Yeah,
then
that's okay.
yeah, it's
I'll
okay.
deal with the blood and gore for
Right.
Jason.
And then I'll handle the consolation prize later. Uh, but so just really spending time talking.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
that's one. That's one. The
So meditation, daily
yes.
meditation, kind of getting yourself centered,
Hmm.
visualizing is something as small as how you want the day to go.
Correct.
Yeah,
You
visualizing.
you better be visualizing how you want your day to
Yeah,
go because it'll go any old which way if
yeah.
you don't stand in front and say where you want it to go.
That's right. That's right. And then date night,
Hmm.
I have vision boards. That's also a way to do some visualization, is creating vision boards. I like to journal. I know
Yes.
that that's not really your stick, but I love to journal.
Right.
Journaling is awesome because I look back on some of the journals where I write about how magnificent my husband is, how amazing he is, and things that I wrote about that maybe, for example, as far as your business is concerned,
Hmm.
they hadn't manifested yet, but I wrote about it like it was already done.
Yeah.
And now 5 years later, its business is thriving
Yeah.
and it's amazing.
Yeah.
And it was really just because we put that energy out there early on that this is what
Hmm.
we were creating through writing, through conversation.
Yeah.
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 Yes,
I
Tanya.
see.
I'll make the sacrifice for Jason Statham because he's got that je ne sais quoi.
Yeah, knowing what to pick based on the results you're going to get.
That's right. So I think your
Yeah.
motivation is different than my motivation.
Motivation, whatever. But you know what, having fun about what you're doing is an important part of it.
Mhm.
Like that's why we always laugh and joke and have fun. Is it puts you in a space of being a receptive
Mhm.
of what's good to come.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. Yeah. So the practical application, guys, we're just going to do a recap because
Mhm.
these are so important. Daily visualization, right? Whether it's meditation in the morning, at
Mhm.
night, or even in the middle of the day. Because sometimes if you have a real stressful job, I recommend you take 10 minutes in the afternoon.
Mhm.
You can have 10 minutes where you put some meditation music in your ears, close
Mhm.
your eyes, set your alarm in case you fall asleep, and just meditate and start visualizing happy things,
Yeah.
things that you want to see in your marriage, experience in your marriage, feel in your marriage. Y'all can't tell you how many times I've visualized our trip to France, right?
Right.
So doing that as part of your practice is so important. It makes life exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does.
And it gives you something to look forward
And
to.
if you're at a job where you can't get away, um, go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Go to the bathroom, put your headphones on, go into a stall, and just do whatever you do for 10
10
minutes or
minutes.
so. I'm just being creative. But I don't have that problem because I can just go sit in my truck or
Right.
a
But
lot of
yeah, some
times,
people can't. Right. But you can always go to the bathroom. They can't
right,
tell you can't go to the bathroom.
and you put your headphones on so
That's right.
that you don't have to hear everybody else in the bathroom.
Yes. And get in the zone.
Yeah,
Yes. And then make it a priority to have date night.
yeah,
And then when you have date night, be aware of your conversation.
yeah,
Yeah. Are
and be
you
present.
yes.
Be present.
Right. Don't be on your phone and don't complain the whole time.
Be present.
Yeah. Don't complain. Find something good to
Yeah.
talk about.
Now, I thought it was a little bit, and I can say it today because it's been quite some time, but it's date night has been on. We have a joint calendar, so it pops up on my phone and on hers, and then we have our separate calendars. I used to say, okay, we need a reminder that it's date night.
Yes.
It'll pop up the day before and the day of, but I have discovered that what it does is it creates a mindset.
Yes.
It creates a
Yeah.
mindset. It's a constant reminder, and it's because we're busy people, and the day can get away from you very easily.
Right.
I typically don't work on Saturdays if I go visit with a customer, go do a walkthrough or something like that, just for initial consultation or something like that. But I know that at a certain point on a Saturday, if it happens, I'm cutting everything off.
Yep.
I'm disengaging. I'm not taking any more phone calls. I have a gentleman that I do a lot of business with. He's a designer, and I typically will not engage in phone calls with him after a certain hour or whatever, but it's intentional.
Right. And honestly, when that alarm goes off, I go, date night.
Yes, she does.
It's date night. Because I get excited. Yes, I get excited. And that's
Yeah.
about putting that energy out
Yeah.
there ahead of time
Yeah.
so that you do have a good date night.
Yeah.
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 So, yes, you want to do that. And then journal. If you're someone that likes to journal, journal that thing. Boy, you would be shocked. Write down all the dreams and wishes you have, things you want to do, places you want to go, the money you want to make. Put all of that down on your journal and take a look at it 5 years later and see if half of the things you've written down haven't already manifested just through writing it down. Write the vision and make it plain. And then just be intentional. Be intentional in expressing gratitude to one another for the small things, the big things. When you're intentional.